Son of a bitch.
Okay. All right. There we go. Now, this is our first podcast.
The inaugural run.
Right. And we're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to call this Introduce Ourselves, I guess.
I thought we were going to call it Introduce Yourself.
Or something like that. Whatever you decide. I'm down with.
What are we talking about?
My vote goes to Introduce Yourself.
So,
where am I?
So I'm Jason, and to my right is...
I'm Jacob. Esquire.
I'm Ted Theodore Logan.
And to my right,
I'm Tyson.
Yeah. Alright. Now that bullshit's out of the way.
Yeah, that was awkward.
That was an awful introduce yourself.
We should probably do that again.
Way to make it awkward, guys.
We don't need to. We need to tell our favorite food and our how old we are.
I like long walks on the beach, sunsets over Paris, and quiche. Not Keisha, but quiche.
Keisha.
If I were ice cream, how would you lick me?
Okay then.
Oh, all right.
You brought the trays.
Wow. Well, this is just random talking, basically. So
yeah. Well, I mean, we
put on the seatbelt and get ready. 'Cause it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Oh. If I couldn't tell.
Well,
the introductions are pretty.
How are we gonna
pretty rough.
You guys want to start out talking about comic books? I mean, something we all know and intimately enjoy.
Yes, we could do that.
Okay.
As you will come to know as you hang out with us over these next few, hopefully months. I'm going to shoot for weeks, though. It might be a little easier. We do enjoy a menagerie of things, including comic books and music, and many things we're passionate about.
Such as working long hours and dealing with asshole customers.
That's where we get our material. And working with, just idiots. For lack of a better word. Or lack of a nice word, should I say.
Well, okay, I'll start it out. Let's see. DC's New 52. Pros and cons. What do you think of it so far?
I think it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Because you do have a new group of comic book readers coming to the table now. More so than back in the day. Because they're becoming more commercialized, I guess. So more people are getting introduced to it. And whenever you reboot your whole universe and you start from the beginning, that's not only something good for collectors, that they can start over with the first issue, instead of the issue 670. Then you get to restart and you put out their origin stories again. People start learning more about the characters, and I don't know. I think it's a great idea. Because you get more people reading it. It was a good business move, as well.
It's got me confused. That's the biggest problem I've got. Well, because I've been reading comics for a long, long, long time.
Yeah. So
I got used to the mainstream universe they had. Of course, it was different from beforehand when they did the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then they streamlined it. But that was, you kind of can follow that a little bit, and then now they've changed it up a little more. And I think the problem I had with it to begin with is they tried to bring in a lot of Jim Lee's characters from his Image days, Wildstorm days, and they brought them in and they gave them their own comics, their own titles, and they ran for like 13 issues and then gone.
Yeah.
They've just disappeared.
Well, they ran for about about a year to see. And that's going to come and go. They've always had that, though. You'll have a comic maybe run for a year, and if no one reads it, there's no reason putting it out there.
Well, yeah, but then again, that's fine. But then the characters are gone.
Yeah,
it's like they don't know what else to do with them. And I think right now I think they're feeling it out a little more. I think there's a little hit and miss going on. Okay. Some of the titles are doing pretty well. Some of them are pretty solid.
Yeah, mostly the main three: Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman,
Justice League.
You get Swamp Thing. That's doing really well. Animal Man.
Well,
you have the Forever Evil title that just started. It's on issue 4, I believe, now.
Yeah, I don't know how long. I think that's probably maybe going to last a year.
Maybe. It's a solid storyline, but it looks like one of those things that's going to last maybe a few months. Mm-hmm. Other than that,
Talking about the New 52 reboot, I tend to agree more with Stan Lee of the superior comic company Marvel. That it doesn't matter what issue a comic book is. and how far along it is in the storyline that you should be able to jump right in and kind of have a good idea of what's going on, regardless of what happened before or what's going to happen after.
Yeah, I can agree with that too.
That's a good mentality.
I think that from what I've read of DC, they have good storyline. I just don't think that their characters are all that great. So, like, I think they have good writers, just the characters themselves are lackluster.
But see, then again, when you read comics like what you were just expressing, you come into that same issue where the first 2 pages are all super explanatory. You got, oh, well, I'll just use my powers of fire to burn open this door and let everybody out.
Redundancy.
Exactly. Just, let's go over everything and recap it so everybody understands.
If you could remember from the last issue, I have the power of telekinesis.
Yeah, exactly.
That explains why I'm
going to
floating
use my
right now.
power over, the elements to bring down lightning.
The thing about that, though, is if you think about it, comics series that come out once a month, and some people, they'll read the comic once and then they're done with it, and so having that little explanation a month later, it really doesn't seem as redundant.
No, it doesn't. But after years and years and years, you just go, gosh.
It's just not like after 4 or 5 years reading the Fantastic Four, you're like, wait, what do they do again?
Yeah.
I can't remember what the big orange ugly one is.
Mr. Fantastic can stretch? Can he stretch everything?
Yes, he can.
You haven't read the Marvel Max one, have you? Well, Marvel did the same thing. They rebooted their universe.
They have multiple universes.
Well, so does DC. That's what the 52 stands for. It's 52 universes, essentially. That was the big Final Crisis thing, where it split the universe into 52 different.
So does that mean that what they're doing right now is glimpses of different universes that we're reading about, or is
possibly
it's going back? I wonder if it's going to go back to the mainstream or the original mainstream. It doesn't matter. I'm kind of never mind. I'm sure if I looked it up or knew somebody in the biz, I could get the inside scoop.
We should push to get somebody on the show. The first show that no one's ever heard of.
We should push to get somebody in here.
Hey, Scott Snyder, can you mind coming? Oh, I know you're been on the #1 best-selling New York Times list for a while now. I'm just saying, can you come down to Jacksonville, Florida?
Come upstairs and we'll sit in the room and
we'll bullshit for a little while. Probably drink some sweet tea.
If you're not used to the South, we drink sweet tea. Our tea has sugar.
It's
lots of it.
It's quite terrible, but awesome at the same time. It's like an addiction.
It's delicious.
No, it's great. It's
not terrible. There's nothing terrible about that. You shouldn't be ashamed of yourself.
Jacob drinks his sweet tea out of a Heisenberg glass.
You know it.
You take something good for you and you make it bad.
Oh, God.
The South.
Just fry all your vegetables.
Fry everything.
What are you talking about? I eat squash every day. Deep fried.
Fried ice cream, fried Snicker bars.
Fried ice cream is friggin' delicious.
There you go. I've still not tried those.
Dude, you don't want to. It's pretty bad. Have you had a fried Oreo?
Oh God, it's like a heart attack.
It's terrible.
You can only eat like 3 in a year.
In a lifetime.
Oh, so it's like the Baconator.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Baconator.
You eat one and you're good for
you're like, I don't want this much beef in my system ever again for 3 months. But yeah, it's like a soggy mess of just it's gross. Like it's one of those things that should never be fried.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not good. About that guy that figured out how to fry Kool-aid back a few months ago. That was pretty weird.
Fried Kool-aid?
You didn't see this?
No.
Yeah, he wouldn't tell anybody the secret either. It's like these little balls of Kool-Aid that you fry.
Like just Kool-Aid powder?
I guess.
Balled up and fried?
Yeah. Let me.
What, you take like an egg white and mix it in with some Kool-Aid powder and then ball it up and fry it? Oh God, that's
maybe
awful.
Gelatin. I don't know. How would you? Xanthium gum.
Let's open up the wide world of the interwebs.
Interwebs. Ugh.
Shut up and deal with it.
Speaking of burgers and fried things, I just finished watching season 3 of Bob's Burgers.
I fucking love that show.
H. John Benjamin.
He's
a genius.
Awesome.
He's just a genius.
And then you turn right around and does Archer. Like, it's completely different from each other.
Oh,
speaking of which,
Fried
Archer,
Kool-aid.
you've seen the new the ads for the new one, the Chosen.
Yeah, Chosen looks fun.
Fried Kool-aid balls. Oh.
Yeah, check that out.
Those look awful.
It looks like uncooked meat.
It does. It really does.
It's like
use the red
it's like
Kool-aid.
a pink hush puppy almost.
Oh, it really is.
It's just like, so he doesn't actually like cook just like the powder. He makes an actual batter.
I know.
Still
who
probably
like
terrible.
those.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's not. I'm glad you mouthed that. Oh God.
Fried Snickers wrapped in bacon. Oh.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Oh. Welcome to excess, people. This is what it looks like.
This is America.
Deep fried Snickers wrapped in bacon.
You know, the bad part is I would actually probably try one of those.
You would not be the first.
Golly.
There's obviously a market for something like that.
Yeah, any fucking fair in the South.
Yeah.
Or Tennessee.
Or anywhere. It's a fair.
I don't think they have.
Why would you
fairs
exclude Tennessee from the South?
No, I said or Tennessee.
Tennessee is like a major part
I
of the
wasn't.
South.
I wasn't trying to exclude it.
No, just in the South or Tennessee.
I would just. I'm gonna stop talking.
Sorry, Tennessee.
For all those non-listeners.
We didn't mean to make.
Because if we ever had one, he's after this episode not gonna happen. Well, think it's fair. You gotta make fun of us, taking us out to South and everything.
America.
Love this picture. It's a dude in a rascal with a fucking chain. Is that a chain gun on the front?
Yes.
Looks like a howitzer.
Jesus.
It's like a belt-fed machine
He's got
gun.
An oxygen mask.
He's got an oxygen mask and a handful of McDonald's.
God. America.
And you can't forget the American flag on the back of the
No, I love the
scooter.
I love the ribbon on the front.
Damn right I support my troops. God. Cool.
Yep.
Anytime I see those yellow ribbons, I don't think of the troops. I always think of the little yellow wristbands that the Lance Armstrong fans always wear.
Or war.
War, yeah.
Until they figured out it was a joke.
I wouldn't call him a joke. I mean, he still did the Tour. I mean, he still won. He still won, regardless of what he was
I think
on.
steroids or not, he still won, however many of those tours.
He was in France. You got to take steroids. You got to man up.
I think that they should all be forced to take steroids
Yeah, I
and
agree.
perform
That would
at
be
the
fun.
ultimate height of human
That would
possibility.
be great. Just these hulking monsters.
Everyone seething.
at the instead of like a locker room, it's like just a giant cage, and they just put him in there at the end of the game. They just throw meat in there.
Hey, if our president has a handler, they should have handlers too.
Oh God!
Wow. Tasers, just...
Get back in there!
That's with that kangaroo statue thing with an open pouch.
It holds a pot. It's like a planter.
So it's not like a magazine rack.
Or an umbrella stand.
I think you could put anything in there. And it would
Just
work.
like a real one. It's so lifelike.
Oh, speaking of which, speaking of putting things in animals.
Oh God! Here we go. We're talking. What penis did you wear?
Did you hear about,
Would you put your
did you hear
penis
about
in
the
this
guy in
time?
Brevard County down in
Oh
Tampa?
jeez, this is fun.
They got busted, and he's been arrested for having sex with a dog numerous times.
Oh, Lord.
He worked for Papa John's, and apparently his roommate, his female roommate, noticed his dog. Her dog had been, it's a family dog, and the dog had been limping and was shying away from people and things of that nature. So she put up security cameras or like nanny cams or whatever, and caught him in the middle of doing. So she went to his job and confronted him, had him arrested at work.
Yeah,
so apparently
that's got to be the most embarrassing thing ever.
Yeah, I want to get a large hand toss with probably like some pepperoni. But have you been fucking my dog? he's been really weird around penises lately. That's all I'm saying.
So apparently, animal abuse is a felony, but bestiality is only a misdemeanor. He was charged with both.
So he should have beat the dog.
Well, the dog was already considered animal abuse.
Don't put your
don't talk about beating dogs. That's not nice.
Do you guys ever get your dog back?
Yeah, I got my dog back.
Okay, speaking of animal abuse,
I mean, he wasn't abusing. He just killed another dog.
Yeah, go ahead and tell that story because that one's fun.
I don't want to tell that story.
Come on.
There was nothing fun about it. He
His
got
dog got the taste
overprotective.
for blood.
He got overprotective.
What's not fun about that?
Killed a gimpy neighbor's dog. It was gimpy. The neighbor wasn't gimpy. The dog was gimpy. So yeah, it was just he spent his 10 days in jail, doggy jail. He's out on good behavior now.
Okay.
Came out smelling like shit and fear. It's just like real prison.
Did the neighbors force you guys to pay him the $300 or whatever dollars?
Yeah, we paid him.
Wow,
that's better.
Extortion.
Than that.
Yeah,
It technically wasn't even your dog.
They actually have they've already gotten a new dog. It's mouthier than the old one.
Oh Lord, here we go.
And it's tiny. I don't know why they don't just get a bigger dog.
One that can defend itself. One that won't die when it gets nipped in the neck.
I mean, you're going to play with a pit bull. You got to bring something a little more to the table than a gimp leg and a bark. I mean,
chicken bones. So what about the Olympics coming up?
Who cares? It's Winter Olympics.
Nobody cares.
That Jamaican bobsled team.
I don't care about Winter Olympics. Other people might. I
don't care about the Olympics. I don't care about sports in general. That's not my forte.
Honestly, it's what?
It's not my real forte.
Yeah,
it's going to be in Russia. I mean, and what do you have? What do you have in the Winter Olympics? Really?
Snow.
Well, no. I mean, you have some of the most homoerotic events.
Well,
the two-man luge.
That's not going to happen this year. The Russians are pretty big on cracking down those gays.
It's going to be in Russia, and they're anti-homosexual over there, like super, like So what are you going to do?
They're going to make rules whenever whenever two men are in the luge together, their penises and asses shall not touch each other. We're going to build a divider.
You can fit your legs through the divider, but not your penis.
I mean, just...
Wouldn't that be the most awkward thing, to get out of the luge after winning and get out and you have a boner and you're just you're just like, I swear it's not because of your ass. I'm really wrapped up in winning right now.
I swear it's not because of your muscular ass.
You stupid sexy Flanders.
Oh God.
Remember that? Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Speaking of The Simpsons, Jesus, how many seasons have they been on now? It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it?
More than anybody else. Any other cartoon. No, they're probably the longest running television series ever.
Yeah, regardless of whether it's a cartoon, it's still... I mean, because it's been on 20...
It's older than me.
Is it any good?
It's 23.
I don't know. I stopped watching The Simpsons when I was like 13.
I discovered there were other channels except Fox. Wait, there's a remote for this TV?
There's Cinemax? What?
Whatever that channel was.
Cinemax and IFC, and that was all the ones you needed.
There's naked people here. Awesome.
What was that show?
He transitioned from Simpsons to puberty.
I really like The Simpsons. I'm going to go watch IFC and jerk off.
That is the worst boob job I've ever seen.
Look how they slide into her armpits.
Have you seen the ones, the boob jobs? You see them where the nipples are pointing straight up?
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing? Look at me.
I mean, she's walking around shopping, but they're cloud watching. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
They're watching for airplanes.
I don't know what that's for. I'm assuming it's for when they're in the films or whatever. They can lick the nipple.
I guess
they're so because fake boobs they're not soft. They're kind of unless you got to massage them a lot to keep them semi soft because they get hard.
Really, the silicone or whatever
it
that's
gets
in there.
stiff. Yeah, you gotta massage them a lot. They like to that keeps them more
perky.
fluid. Yeah, but if your nipples are down here, you're not gonna be able to roll that bad boy up.
You might be able to.
If you
I've seen some weird things.
If you've got real ones, they can. But so you got they can put the nipple up here that way.
The fake ones because they don't move. It's just like a mass.
They reposition them to the top of the tit.
Yeah, so they can.
So not only are we getting your bigger tits,
like near the top of the pegs.
They come out of a V-neck sweater. You just poking out.
Right around the collarbone.
Oh God!
God, that's terrible. There's something you mentioned at work today about fake tits.
I'm sure there is.
I don't think I mentioned fake boobs today at work.
Yes, you did. It was something because somebody was coming out of a car.
Oh yeah,
and you were like, wonderful.
Well, no, it was. It made her dress look nice. That was it. It wasn't
about my family.
They started in Tracy Ullman's show April 19th, 1987.
They were part of the Tracy Ullman show?
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
They were really, it was really rough then. But it was a little skit. Like
maybe a few minutes.
You remember on SNL when they did the Ambiguous, the gay duo?
Yes.
The little clip like that. That's what it was. It was just a little clip. The animation was really bad. That's where they
like the South Park construction paper.
but that's
I think
where
it was even better than that.
Yeah. So, I mean, and if you think about that, that's what it got its own show, 2 years later or something like that? In 89, I believe. I think it was 89.
So they're on season 25.
Wow.
What does it say there?
It's 89 to 2009.
And then 2009 to present in the new formats.
So 89. So that's what they look like on the Ullman show.
Marge's hair is more like a glob.
That's fun stuff.
Fuck is up with Lisa and Bart?
I kind of prefer that Bart.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Yeah. I like Homer's upper lip, how it just kind of hangs.
Just flaps over like a bulldog.
Oh, check it out. Some of the animation teams from Klasky Supo was
from was that
Rugrats
Nickelodeon?
And yeah. It's Matt Groening.
Matt Groening.
Just gonna start making fart jokes.
Yay!
3 guys in a room with a computer and a mic. Dick jokes. So
the wind is right for dick jokes.
Yeah, I wonder what David Tell's doing now.
I don't know.
He did a few things. He popped up on on Everybody Loves Raymond a few times and stuff like that, and then I know he's been on. I'm sure he's still touring because he was on the Jizzleneck Offensive.
Yeah.
But
which is a funny show, but super offensive to against people that are touchy pussholes.
Puss holes?
Yeah.
What is a puss hole? I don't understand that one. That's new for me.
You don't know what a puss hole is?
A puss hole? No. Is that a vaginal slang?
Yeah.
I guess.
Is that a vaginal sling? In case you break it, you can put it in a sling.
Oh God.
Or alternately, it could be zoophilia, bestiality.
We were joking. He pulled out this factual shit. Anyways, I know David Tell had the Gong Show for a little while. That he.
He's doing that. Dave's Old
Porn.
On
which is fun.
Jacob showed me that.
Have you ever watched Dave's Old Porn?
Awful.
It's weird. It really is. He kind of reminds me of that uncle.
Well, he has a short Wikipedia page.
And he's like the uncle that showed you like smoking pot, and he gave you your first beer, and now you're watching porn with him, on a couch.
That's something I never enjoyed that. A lot of my friends back in the day, they're like, dude, get this porn, check this out, watch this. Oh, that chick's so hot. I'm like, Okay, yeah, this is not awkward. The fact that there's 4 guys on a couch getting boners together, it's just not cool.
And then you're awkwardly trying to hide it.
Thing ever.
And then, of course, there's only one bathroom in the house, so, of course, whoever gets up first and makes a break for it gets to...
I'm going to your parents' bedroom. I'm done. I called it.
I'm going to go spy on your mom.
I love how Dave Attell's personal life here. The first sentence is, Dave Attell is Jewish.
And then the second and only other sentence.
So he's not a full Jew? He's just kind of Jewish?
Jewish. I think he was born Jewish and he doesn't commit, so he's kind of Jewish.
Oh, I got you.
No, Insomniac, though, that was fun. You remember that?
Yeah.
You used to stay up late and watch that.
Yeah, he used to come on late night and like the Howard Stern show and Insomniac.
Howard Stern was fun. I think he's kind of lost some of the stuff over the years, but I mean, he's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
He's
on Sirius now, so he can do all kinds of uncensored stuff. Right?
Yeah.
He has porn stars on all the time, I think.
Well, they even had that on this show, the Comedy Central show.
Well, they on the Sirius show they don't have to censor anything.
Well, yeah, but that's yeah.
But really, how interesting is a porn star to talk to? And then I put his penis in my mouth and I rubbed it around, and then I said words, and then they told me to cut, and I went to the bathroom. I took a major dump. I've been holding it in since the first scene.
I was watching. What was it I was watching?
I was watching a show with him, and the chick was dumb as shit. I'm sorry that sounds kind of anti-feminist or whatever, but she was not smart. And I don't know how he didn't just go like, okay, next guest.
Well, that's why he has her on there. I mean,
I mean,
you got to look at some of the guests he's had. He does that on purpose. It's not.
But just so you can make fun of him.
Well, no, it's okay.
That's not something we would do.
No, you get somebody on.
So you're trying to write this book, huh?
They're making an ass out of themselves. He's letting them. He's allowing them to make an ass out of themselves because it's entertaining. Because people like you were sitting there going, "God, this is a dumb bitch." But the whole time you're listening to hear what she says next. He knows that.
Okay.
He knows what he's doing.
So,
and they just,
so he's smarter than we're giving him credit for.
Well, yeah, I gave him
he's
all the
laughing
credit
all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
So get this, Dave Attell voiced the GPS on the Mystery Machine in one of the Scooby-Doo movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
The Scooby-Doo Abracadabra-Doo.
Oh.
Oh, that's one of the animated ones.
That's
all of Scooby-Doo is animated.
I wonder what that would
because
sound
they had
like.
They had the 2 or 3 live action Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh, I forgot about those. Those were awful.
Freddie Prinze Jr. And,
they were really bad.
I think the only
and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, whatever her name is, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
She was in it.
The guy that played Shaggy, what was his name? Do you remember?
That dude.
Matthew Lillard?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
He was like the only one that actually did well, in my opinion. He kind of nailed Shaggy.
Because he was in Hackers.
Oh yeah,
or because he was in Scream.
I'm not gonna answer that.
Okay, he's actually coming to his own. He's been
Hackers
in a
was
few
not
things.
that great.
Hackers sucked. I'm sorry. I'll say
it was
right
kind of
now,
funny to
Hackers
watch in
sucked.
what was it, the ghost movie with like all
13
the
Ghosts.
13 Ghosts. I thought that was pretty.
Yeah,
fun.
that was
Oh,
pretty
I
fun.
forgot about that.
Monk
movie.
was in that too. Tony Shalhoub.
Monk. We're gonna refer to him forever.
I'm gonna refer to this actor as a role he had.
From
that guy from
give
Wings.
him
I think he flew a plane once.
You mean Lowell from Wings? But no, there was a new movie that came out last year or the year before that had George Clooney. He was in
There was
that.
about 5 movies last year that came out with George Clooney.
Oh, yes.
Was it the shitty Gravity one?
No, not that new. It's already playing on the premium movie channels. His wife died, and she was apparently having an affair on the side. And
I think
it was
that's
with
like
Matthew Lillard.
That's a lot of George Clooney movies.
Not with Matthew Lillard.
Was Matthew Lillard his wife?
No, but his wife is dying. She's in the hospital and dying. And he's trying to get everything set up. It's what the hell is the name of that movie? I've seen it like 9 times and I can't tell you the name of it. What does that say about me?
How old is it?
It's like 2 years old, if that. It came out in like 2011 or 2012. 2012, I think, is when it came out. And it's, I'm at a loss for the word. I can't think of the word.
Is it a word? Like title?
It's a word, yeah. It's
Come gather round, guess the movie title.
This internet is slightly faster than dial-up.
Well, it's because the router is all the way in the living room.
It's because your head is in the way.
Over there.
You can't get through your head.
Actually,
it's giving you cancer.
Actually, the human skull acts as a good satellite dish. Yeah, it's good for sending
George
signals.
Timothy Clooney.
The Descendants, there it is. That's the one. Descendants, yeah. He was in that.
Holy cow, he only had one movie come out last year. I mean, yeah, last year.
Yeah, Gravity.
Wow,
that shitty Gravity movie.
He's slowed down.
Did you ever see it? We need to see it.
I watched it.
Is it awful like we thought?
It was more visually.
Honestly, I was not happy with it. I was not happy with it at all. No, I wasn't. And don't get me wrong. I don't have a hatred towards Sandra Bullock. I like Sandra Bullock as much as the next guy.
I can't stand her.
But I think that, you know...
but no one cares about my hatred.
But you've got George Clooney that knows what he's doing. You've got him that he knows what he's doing, and then you've got her.
He's carrying her.
She has no idea what she's doing in space. His character's supposed to know what he's doing in space, but he sacrifices himself to save her. If you know what you're doing, then you need to be the one that survives. Because maybe you can.
So now they're all going to be in space floating around. The only guy that actually knew what to do is dead.
Just open her.
So they're going to die anyways.
Just for a minute.
Well, she managed to make it back to Earth.
That noise that's if they ever have anything for the movie in quotes, it's like brilliant, outstanding. Jason Lodeholtz.
I didn't buy it. Sorry.
These three assholes said meh. They make a lot more money than we do. We should make a movie. It'd probably be 10 times more. How the fuck did it get an 8.3 rating? God dang it.
Was there any legitimate plot to the movie, or what was the actual purpose of that movie?
The plot was she was in space. She was.
Ooh.
Well, no, she was in space, and then she went up. She went up with a crew. Something happened. Something exploded. And it was going around the.
Has there ever been a space movie where something didn't happen in space?
It was destroying things. It was it was shredding the shrapnel from whatever had blown up before was just shredding everything else, and she was trying to survive. And she's trying to go from this space station to this space station, trying to find something that still had an escape pod or what have you to jettison herself back to Earth. It just wasn't happening.
Were there Russian astronauts in that movie?
There was no Russian astronauts.
If no, then
it did
why
have
not?
a pretty cool scene.
Because there are more Russian astronauts in space than there are
cosmonauts, aren't they?
They're cosmonauts.
Yeah, cosmonauts, whatever.
There was a cool visual of a guy
one.
that got his something went through his head. So you see this.
Wait, so
what
they
used
killed
to be
the only Russian?
No, it wasn't Russian. No, he was part of the American. He was part of the American team, but it went through his head. But it was by the time they found him, it was frozen again. So it was super frozen. But you just see this big hole through this guy's head, but it's frozen. So it looks pretty cool. It was actually a pretty cool visual.
So there were some visually interesting scenes.
It's not. It's honestly, it's if you can get past your dislike for Sandra Bullock. It's not.
That's going to be quite a big elephant in the room to get around.
It's not a bad film, really. I mean, you can sit down and watch.
You just said you hated the movie.
I didn't say I hated it. I said I didn't buy it. I did not believe it.
Oh,
it is not believable. But whether or not you can sit through and watch it and not feel like you've wasted an hour and a half of your day, yeah. It's not like watching Double Dragon or Street Fighter.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Those movies
or
didn't
any
exist.
film from the '90s based on a video game, with the exception of Mortal Kombat.
You take that back.
I enjoyed Mortal Kombat.
All of it.
But I like Jean-Claude Van Damme in that one Street Fighter.
That one movie.
Dude, speaking of new movies with him in it, have you seen Welcome to the Jungle? The preview for that?
No, I'm not.
That looks pretty fun. He's from what it appears to be, a kind of like a... God, the word escapes me now. Your disease is spreading through the room and I'm forgetting things. It's kind of like a wildlife tour guide. So he takes this group of people to an island, and pretty much shows like survival guides and all that stuff. Like, oh, this is a Great Barrier Reef and all this bullshit. But anyways, their pilot dies. He gets killed somehow. So they're just stuck on this island, and he's showing them how to survive and everything. And it's just
Jacob says the Great Barrier Reef is bullshit. Any complaints can be sent
Aussies.
to him via...
I don't think God, that's what I need now. Just a bunch of mad
Every tree hugger and hippie ever in the world.
That's going to go over well.
Well, it should be fine because they don't use the internet.
You know that big rock over there in the sea that they're trying to save?
You'll get a bunch of letters on non-tree paper.
I send all my paychecks to BP trying to coax them to go pour oil over the Great Barrier Reef. Because I am an arsehole.
Jacob's a mad genius.
Don't drink your water. But anyways, yeah.
No, speaking of movies, recent movies, I did watch Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It was entertaining. It was good.
Is that the one about the butler?
It's got no.
That's called The Butler.
How did you miss that? It's so easy. It's the in the title.
No, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
This one's called... No, it's the one with Zoolander in it.
Zoolander?
Ben Stiller. I'm sorry. I can't remember his name.
Is it Monk and Zoolander? Monk and Zoolander need to do a movie together.
I hate you guys now. I'm with Tyson. I hate you guys.
Why is this? You're making me sound like Cartman.
So Derek Zoolander's been in quite a few movies.
Zoolander. So what about the Zoolander movie?
But yeah, I know Ben Stiller's in Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It's actually it's pretty good. I like when he's in that kind of role. To be honest with you, it's a little more toned down. It's not quite
flamboyant.
Well, it's not. It's slapstick. It's not quite as slapstick as say
anything with
anything he's ever been ever.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Zoolander, which was extremely slapstick.
Something About Mary.
Well, that was a Farrelly Brothers movie.
You can't count that as a movie.
You can't count that as a Ben Stiller movie. That was a Farrelly Brothers movie.
No, okay.
Their movies follow the same path regardless of who is
that
who's acting in it.
scene where he zipped his scrotum and it still haunts me. That is terrible.
How did you get the beans above the frank or whatever the line was?
Frank side beans. Have you seen my baseball? My cleaner.
Oh, when he pulls the guy's earmuffs off.
But no, it's good. I enjoyed it.
What's that movie even about? Like
it's one of those get off your ass movies, basically. You're sitting here watching a movie, but the whole time the subcontext is get off your ass and do something with your life. Quit daydreaming.
Why are you even in this movie?
In other words, quit daydreaming.
Does it progressively get worse and worse?
No. I mean, it's
people are like, maybe I will get off.
It's a poignant little film. It's got a good point to it. It's just one of those
underlying tone the whole time, and then the ending of it, like he just shoots himself. It's like life will let you down. Oh, that's dark. Anyways, yeah.
Actually, I watched the new Schwarzenegger-Stallone movie, Escape Plan.
Is it
actually
decent?
Is
it any good?
I enjoyed it. I was
wow.
Mainly because Arnold was not trying to play an American, which is always his downfall.
He technically is an American, though. So no matter what he says, he's still an American.
I was born in Indiana. I'm a small town cop. I'm going on the cover as an Italian. This is a raw deal. That was raw deal. He was a small town cop. He drove a Jeep.
That was a lot of.
What's the one with all the kids in it? Is that
Kindergarten Cop?
Kindergarten Cop, yeah.
That was. Well, in that one he says he was from Austria. He
really?
Yeah, that was. He was like, my family's from Austria. My mother was a cop. My father was a cop. My father's father was a cop. My brother was a cop. My two sisters were cops.
My dog's a cop.
They need to make a movie with Terminator and Monk and Zoolander.
Terminator. He's Terminator now.
Yeah, he's Terminator.
He's Terminator.
I would call him Commando, actually,
Commando.
because there's nothing better than him.
Get to the chopper.
No, that's Predator.
That's Predator. I'm talking about Commando,
He's that guy from
where he
Predators.
takes the plane and lands it, and then he gets in the little canoe and he strips down to a Speedo just so he can paddle into shore. Just wearing a little black leather Speedo looking thing.
God.
It's like, why?
I don't think I've seen that movie.
Oh, that's Alyssa Milano.
It's
back when she
called
was
Commando?
little. Yeah, that was Alyssa Milano back when she was little. It was horrible, but awesome at the same time. I
Well, it's
love that film.
Schwarzenegger.
Dude, watch this movie.
That's
It was
the description
horrible.
for every movie he's in.
Especially
Well, no.
Hercules Goes Bananas.
Do you remember? You watched
Horrible, but awesome.
You watched Road Warrior, didn't you? You saw Road Warrior.
Which one?
Road Warrior.
They're like Mad Max.
Yeah, the Mad Max one.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Mad
Mad
Max
Max
2.
Road
There was another Road Warrior movie. Like it was low budget, post-apocalyptic kind of stuff. Maybe older than Mad Max.
Sounds
I
like
need to
Road
look
Warrior.
it up.
Anyway,
It sounds like Mad Max.
okay,
Actually,
remember the guy that had the mask? That was, that had this,
Yeah.
this huge buff guy, and he had the little guy with the mohawk on a collar, or whatever.
Mhm.
That guy was the villain in Commando. He was Bennett.
Oh wow.
That was.
Oh god, that's
Yeah.
when that crappy one-liner came
Yeah, that's
from.
where Arnold takes the pipe and just rams it through him into another pipe, so steam's coming out. He's like, "Let off some steam, Bennett." Fantastic stuff.
Yay. Yay.
Wow.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that, wow, you were missing out. That is art, my friends. Not good art, but it's art.
It's definitely the Pollock of
Honestly, we should sit down and just watch that movie and talk about it. We should
Or just
or dub over it.
watch it silent and dub over it.
No, I mean we should do a mystery science theater type situation with it and just pick it apart because
That'd be
you
nice.
guys will your jaws will be on the floor, honestly, a lot.
But how am I
Well,
going to
actually,
make
we
commentary if
we're actually all of us are we enjoy our food, so our jaws would not necessarily be on the floor; they'd be on our bellies. But regardless,
Eating mac and cheese.
mac and cheese on a cheeseburger,
oh god,
Fried. Deep fried.
with bacon
With bacon.
jeez,
and pulled pork.
why are we in business with Burger King
And
and
fried
McDonald's?
Oreos instead of fries.
That's a Hardee's or Carl's Jr. kind of burger.
So
right
wait, you
there.
Shoot, Taco Bell's the innovators now.
Yeah, they don't do burgers. They do tacos.
Well, maybe they'll do taco burgers now.
Taco burgers. I think.
Hey,
Hardee's
Taco
already-
Bell, if you make taco burgers, I demand royalties.
I think Hardee's already got that. I think they're already doing
Really?
a taco burger.
Well,
I think.
they're
The red
clo-
burrito
They're
thing.
closer to it than Taco Bell is, so
That's true.
we should talk to Hardee's about that. As long as you put bacon on it, Hardee's will be fine with it.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't they do it? Why wouldn't? I mean, they make burritos, right?
Fuck, they already put avocados on shit.
So
Might
why
as well
not? I
just
mean,
put tacos on
I
it?
think they cater burritos.
What I'm saying is, red burrito. Red burrito.
They don't, I don't
makes
think they
burrito.
sell them out the window.
Yeah, they do.
Do
You
they?
can buy,
Yeah.
you can buy a 1 pound burrito through
Yeah.
red burrito.
You didn't know this?
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
So why not
Are
take
they-
the burrito paste?
I don't know why we're so enthusiastic about these burritos.
Why not? Why
It's
don't they
not,
have
on, it's not
They
on
sell
the
burritos.
drive-through order screen
Sure it is.
thingy.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah,
on the
sure it is.
bottom.
I just don't look at that thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Screw it.
well, now that they've
I
got
was
the
going
new,
there, oh, it's some beef and a Coke.
now that they've got the new handmade buns, though, that's pretty much all I eat through there.
Brioche. How is it said?
I don't know. I
No,
don't like
it's
the-
just handmade. And
no, it's a
they're
handmade
terrible.
bun. It's got
Somebody's
a weird
got some bad
aftertaste.
hands, is all I gotta say. It's not good.
Hands across America, and somebody didn't wash theirs. Let's put it that way.
Ugh.
Ugh.
But yeah, that's Hardee's.
What a white person thing to say.
That's Hardee's.
That's whatever we were talking about.
We're talking about food. Food that we eat.
Why does it
Here
have to
we
be a
go.
white person thing?
Because I'm racist and you have to deal with it.
Oh, yeah.
We take a few bites. We go, oh yeah, what is that? Oh, that's gristle. I'm not going to eat any more of this. And you throw half the burger away. So I decided that the ASPCA has got these animals. They keep having these commercials about these animals that have been beaten
With
and
this
not taken
sad
care of.
Sarah McLachlan
Yeah,
stuff.
Sarah McLachlan song makes you cry, and you go, oh god, you feel real bad for these animals. I know I do. I feel terrible for them, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it, right? Now, on the other hand, you have these starving children in Africa. Now, I think maybe either we should give them these animals as pets and ship them over there.
They'll eat them.
Or
they're not going to keep them as pets. They eat them.
Well, they could protect them from wild animals. Or we can grind up the kids in Africa and feed them to these dogs and cats that need all this nourishment. You think? It saves money all the way around.
Oh my god. Should we cut that out? That's
Either
bad.
way, it's a...
Why?
One of them's a crime, the other's a tragedy. Choose which.
Which one's a crime?
The fact that we have to make the judgment. Which one's worse, killing animals or killing kids? I don't understand.
Like I said, one's a crime, the other's a tragedy.
Jesus.
These are the
You
dilemmas
can't
we have in this
misconstrue
world.
that. Because you...
Oh.
Much like the warning at the beginning, if this offends you, go fuck yourself.
No, because if they say one thing, I'll just tell them it was the other.
There's recorded evidence. Like,
There's no
talking about?
evidence. I was vague enough.
No names were mentioned, and no African kids were harmed in the making of this podcast.
You've mentioned quite a few names, actually.
Oh, you're
Zoolander, Monk.
No, he's given full names.
right. Like, to who?
You've given my full name, your full name, and Tyson's full name.
He didn't get my full name.
So?
No, he did like a weird last name kind of thing.
Oh,
It
you're
wasn't my actual
Oh,
name.
so yeah, you're the only one that cleared.
I'm the only one that clear.
Let's just put it this way. He's related to everyone in the Bee Gees.
Actually,
With an S.
yeah, there you go.
Plural.
Plural Bee Gees. Sounds like an autobiography.
This is going to be a Nancy Drew mystery. You do realize? What are we going to talk? Wait,
We'll
what?
give him some homework. He'll figure it out. Aha! Now just add the S. These were the ingredients. These are ingredients used to create the perfect podcaster.
Did you add these speakers, or they were in here before?
Those speakers were here previously.
Have you used them? Have you tried to
I
hook
have
anything
not.
up to them?
This is the first time I've been in this room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't you see the keep out sign on the door?
It was clearly marked. Do
We're
not come
possibly breaking some kind of law right now.
Nice.
in. So we're felons.
No,
It's a misdemeanor.
probably just a misdemeanor.
Oh,
We went
you're
over
right.
this earlier.
You're right.
Bestiality is a misdemeanor.
But that's not what we're doing.
Wait.
Aren't we?
Just to be safe, we're all sitting by a table. If there are
There's
no
a
animals.
kangaroo in this room.
It's not real though, so it's okay to put your penis on it.
Yeah.
It won't limp and tell the neighbors. It's okay. Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was
Should've
really
said
bad.
that. Oh well, fuck it.
Kind of helps my guilty conscience.
Just
You have
to know that I say the things you
Conscience?
think. He's like, it's okay if I think fucked up things. Jacob will say it somehow.
I just use telepathy to make him say it,
Sounds about right.
so that I don't have to actually.
It's been doing that
say
for
it.
years.
I
It's
see.
gotten me in all kinds of trouble.
It's very successful. So what's with all these little tiny like doors on the walls?
Well, that one goes to Narnia. And,
Which one goes to John
I
Malkovich?
I think that one. And that one's the one for Coraline. So if you ever get tired of your
Okay,
parents, just call
Coraline's
through there.
Malkovich. That one's weed.
No, that one's Narnia.
Oh,
That one's
Narnia.
That one's
Yeah.
Malkovich.
That one's Malkovich.
Okay.
That one's okay.
That one's just a closet.
I saw that one. I opened it, unfortunatally.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Being
Not
John
bad.
Malkovich.
Whatever.
I didn't see what I think I saw. Photo maybe at one point saw something
I saw
there.
nothing. Nothing.
That John Malkovich movie. That's Being John Malkovich. That's probably my favorite John Malkovich movie ever.
Yeah, definitely. He was funny
Really?
in Red, too.
Yeah.
He was good in Red, but
I love that
Sorry.
movie.
Jason's
I
like,
can't
I
help
really
it.
enjoyed him in Of Mice and Men.
he was good in that. No, but I was gonna say my
forgot
favorite.
about that, yeah.
My favorite John Malkovich performance would have to be Con Air. I can't even say that
Oh
without laughing.
wow! I forgot about that.
Cyrus the Virus. Yeah.
Put the bunny back in the box. You know what? Fuck him.
Malkovich?
No, not Malkovich. I like Malkovich. Fucking Nicolas Cage.
Why?
Because he's just not a great actor, man. And he fucked up Ghost Rider. He fucked up Ghost Rider.
He's Nicolas Cage.
We should just call him Ghost Rider.
No.
Or does he not deserve that title?
He does not deserve that title.
Because Ghost Rider wasn't Ghost.
What was his name in?
Wasn't Ghost Rider one of the handles in Top Gun?
No.
Ghost Rider wasn't.
So. It wasn't. No, it was Iceman, Maverick.
It was
Goose.
Goose, yeah.
And there were more.
Ghost Rider. Yeah, I think Michael Ironside was Ghost Rider, wasn't he?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think he was one of them. I think
we'll have to go back and see.
I'll have to rewatch that again and find out. I think Ghost Rider was one of the call signs.
Anyways, we're not calling him Ghost Rider. It's not going to happen. What was his character name in Raising Arizona?
Or the Wicker. We can just call him the Wicker Man.
His name? Yeah. Oh, that's even better.
I preferred him as High.
Go in there and get me a toddler high. They got more than they can handle.
That's all squirming, honey.
Let me back in the car.
Is that the one with the biker from hell?
Yeah.
Throwing grenades at lizards on the side of the road.
He was a special
bunny
rabbit? The small thing.
It was
bunny rabbit.
Yeah. He shot the lizards.
The coolest biker tracker ever.
Got flies in here.
He's a man tracker, or what was he? What
he was a bounty hunter.
He was.
Yeah.
He should have tracked Bigfoot. He wouldn't have killed Bigfoot.
Yeah, he wouldn't have killed Bigfoot.
Yeah, he would have. And he would have raped him.
But he would have taken pictures right after the kill.
He would have
unlike
filmed it.
Rick Dyer.
He would have filmed it.
Dyer the liar.
He would have filmed it.
Yeah, the dude is kind of a jackass. I'm like, why would you kill him if you're a master
You're a tracker.
You should track him and then be friends with him.
Or at least follow him to his lair.
Yeah, get a GPS, get coordinates, get satellite imaging of it. Have a SWAT team come in from all angles so they can't run away.
This sounds really...
And then trap them.
This got worse.
No, not shoot them, but just trap them.
So if Bigfoot really was existent, would he live in a hut or a lair?
I think he'd have a lair. I think it would be deep.
Probably.
That would also make sense why people wouldn't have found him.
Yeah. Because it's probably a cave that smells like duty.
Just dead animals. It just smells like dead. It's just dead.
He's friends with the creatures from Descent.
Well, he just knows that people there, people come in and they're going to, oh, that's a bear cave, stay away from it. And he's just like, I'm a bear. But not really. Maybe it's not Bigfoot at all. Maybe somebody got ornery with a bear and they had offspring.
I don't know. Did you see the picture
though?
Would work. The picture doesn't look like a half man, half bear though.
It does not. No.
Are we seeing the beginnings of man bear pig? Is that what this
is? Man bear pig. No, I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's a homeless man in a ghillie suit.
Yeah, he looks pretty rough. Like there's hair all the way around his cheekbones and everything.
Who, Bigfoot?
Yeah, the Bigfoot, the supposed Bigfoot.
Oh, he took a picture of it?
Oh yeah, you haven't seen the picture?
No,
it's pretty gnarly.
It's pretty
gnarly.
It's a
there you go. See if I can get a bigger one.
What?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Shut up. This isn't what this podcast is for. Cheap jokes.
There's nothing better than cheap jokes.
Alright. Let's see here. I love under this one Bigfoot, it just says real.
Some of the debunked photos.
Photoshop's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Here you go. That's probably it. 2 days ago.
What?
Yeah, look at that thing. That looks fake. Because look at his real human head right next to it. That thing is shaped all kind of funny.
That's interesting.
Ooh,
that thing has a lot of hair on it.
Is this a picture of him for eBay fraud?
Is that the Dyer guy?
Yeah,
what's his name?
Rick Dyer. Yep.
eBay fraud.
So this guy is
beware eBay parts by Rick Dyer on eBay.
So maybe he, what is he? I wonder if he was selling Sasquatch hair or
He
something.
might have.
Was he selling it to cancer victims? You know, people that need hair. And
Put the hair underneath your tongue like 3 or 4 hours a day, and your cancer will be gone within the week.
well, no, I meant for wigs, but okay.
Oh well. I totally went a different direction for that.
I wonder how long that thing had been dead when he took that picture, because it doesn't look like a.
From what the story claims, he shot it 6 months ago, and he's had it like preserved since then, and he's like just now coming out.
He said he sent what was it? He sent part of it to
All right.
a university to be tested.
He sent it to a university, and in February they said they're going to post the results and everything about the DNA and everything.
If he shot that thing 6 months ago, why didn't he take a picture of it when he shot it like all hunters do with a fresh kill?
Well, because he's lying. That's why. I thought that was pretty obvious. He's a liar.
Why didn't he just track it? Why shoot and kill? Why not film it? Track it. Track it. Track it.
I'm a master tracker, but I shot him.
It has to poo. Track it.
When a hunter kills their first deer, they put his blood on their face. What do you put on your face when you first kill a Sasquatch?
Yeah, he shit himself. Yes. It's terrible. Oh man. But yeah,
I don't know.
it doesn't look real to me.
I agree. I think it's fake.
I think that's a picture of his grandpa. He's like, I dug my grandpa up and I tracked him. I tracked him to right where he was buried. Just look at it. Like, it doesn't even look like it was ever alive.
Yeah.
It looks like he got Les Claypool and they made like a what they're like in the videos.
It looks like a
claymation.
Yeah.
Like a claymation thing.
It looks like wax sculpture.
It could be a
oddly
taxidermist
like
thing.
an old teacher that I used to have in high school.
It could be one of those taxidermist jokes, you know, like
What if they're playing a joke on him? He's
Down-
like, I'm a master
down the road-
tracker.
down
It's
the
like,
road.
dumbass, we gave you a map. What are you talking about? We planted the body.
they used to have in a convenience store down in Olustee. They used to have the skunk ape head.
Really?
Yeah, it was, which is
Well,
Florida Sasquatch for anybody that doesn't know that, but
Which is weird.
it's,
Skunk ape.
Skunk ape, yeah, but it was a deer's ass with eyes. So the tail was the nose, but it was a deer's ass, is what it was,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
with horns.
Of course, that's horns.
Skunk ape.
Yeah.
Hey, but look at this fucker. He doesn't look like anyone you would trust.
He looks like an eBay scam artist.
He's just like, yeah, killed a Sasquatch. He sounds like one of those guys in a bar that you would see just trying to one-up everyone. You know?
I don't know about
Is he a
that.
self-proclaimed master tracker, or does he have some sort of certificate?
I think that was his thing. After he found Sasquatch, he was a master tracker. That was his claim.
Certificate of authenticity.
I'm going to have to give you
That
this
he bought on
notarized.
eBay.
Yes. The hell is that?
That looks like
That's a cheap.
it's a digital Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Digital Sasquatch. That sounds like a fun band name.
Digital Sasquatch creeping on your Facebook.
Check. Oh, here's a bigger one. Holy cow! Look at the body. That is weird.
Yeah, I don't buy it at all.
I don't.
That looks so fake.
Yeah, because see, well, if you look at it, see how the shoulders go right up into the head. There's no neck at all.
Well, there's a lot of hair there too.
That's
What is this?
his pecs.
That looks like stitching.
That's where he
where he cut it
stitched it
open.
together.
That's where he cut it open.
That's where he
to
shot
pull
it.
his-
He
to pull
just
his
sew
organs
it
out.
together. Where's
Pull
the
his
kill
organs
shot?
out,
I want to see this.
He shot it in the back.
He shot in the back.
He shot it in the back. It was bleeding.
What the fuck? He turned around and did the classic Bigfoot
What a
pose.
coward.
He did the classic Bigfoot look.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. Very slowly. I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Fuck this thread. I'm
Pow,
down.
pow.
Is that his tongue that's right there, or his
No,
lips?
his lips.
This is
That's his
lips.
lips.
He's got big old lips.
Okay, why are his lips so far away from his nose?
Because he has to
Well,
have
he's
room
not
for the
human.
mustache.
Assuming that it's
assuming
real, it's not a human, so it wouldn't
Okay.
have the
Yeah,
same
it needs a
proportions.
longer upper lip for that much mustache. That's you know.
Burt Reynolds, I got nothing on this.
Sam
Sam
Elliott. Yeah. It's Burt Reynolds and Sam Elliott's love child.
Oh God.
He's got a huge ass mustache.
That's what Bane from Batman. Just this giant hulking creature. I don't know, man. I was really skeptical about it. Well, then we're fucking all skepticals.
Skeptics?
Yeah, we're all skepticals. I was skeptic.
So we're all skepticals, my friend.
We are all skeptical. Wow. Okay. Anyways,
eBay fraud and Bigfoot hunting. Dyer the liar.
that's me. It's turned into a shitty 80s comedy. Well, guys, guess what I found out in the woods today?
What's that, Balky?
What did you find, Dyer?
Well, I thought I saw this human-like creature, and I shot him, and it turned out to be Bigfoot.
You know, that guy's probably going to be the only person that listens to this podcast, and he's going to track us down. You do realize that.
Yeah.
Come
Damn it, he'll shoot us too. He won't even give us a scene.
In the back. We'll be trying to run away, and he will shoot us.
Shoot us in the back.
My back's always to a wall, Dyer. Bring it on.
Oh, man.
No, but seriously, don't come near me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to make episode 2. We can't die just yet.
We're in the South anyway. There's not a one of us that doesn't have a gun somewhere.
There's your Bigfoot segue.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't say it.
I said it.
A few years ago, right?
It's opposite.
Now we can take the Bigfoot conversation and cut it onto the back of this one.
You remember a few years ago, God, it had to be 4 or 5 years ago, the CEO of Segway died on a Segway. He drove off a cliff. And,
on his Segway?
He was on a Segway.
Oh my
and,
God!
They were trying to make an off-road Segway.
Hardcore
Segway ride. What happened was he fell off a cliff, and the Segway came down and landed on him.
Oh, that's terrible.
And it knocked him out, I guess, or whatever. He drowned in the river below.
They didn't make it have a flotation.
But
device,
the Segway is for people that just don't want to walk, I suppose, and. You'd have been
Segway
safer.
Knievel. Jumping cliffs over rivers.
He would have been fine
Segway.
had he not been on a Segway. I mean, really.
That's the perfect segue.
Yeah, but if he had been on a motorcycle, it would have been more money that
Why
he
would
lost.
Why would you have an off-road Segway?
Why can't you just I don't know, hike?
So that you can not have to walk.
I think hiking shoes and equipment are a lot less expensive than an outdoor Segway.
That happened that same year. I believe that happened the same year that kid got decapitated at the amusement park.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah. He got decapitated. He lost his hat on a ride, and he jumped a couple of fences to go get his hat back. Mm-hmm. Every fence he jumped said, "Warning, do not cross fence." Danger, danger, danger.
You have been warned, idiot.
And there was one of those with the feet dangled, and this woman basically when they came down, she inadvertently Superman kicked his head off.
Yeah.
Did he break her foot?
Yeah.
Her leg.
It shattered her leg all to hell, but.
So it's like a kamikaze face kick.
That is like the perfect thing in a bar to be like.
Wait,
some dude's
so she kicked him so hard his head.
Well,
came
she didn't
off?
actually kick him, but her legs were dangling.
When a foot hits
she
a face at high speed, it's a kick.
Yeah. When it's coming at 70
it
miles
was a
an hour.
forced kick.
Bruce Lee was poker player.
It was unintentional.
Yeah, decapitated.
She was standing still, and she was like, "Fuck this kid," and just kicked his head.
I always wondered.
Off.
I always wondered. Did he see it coming? Was it coming or going? Did he go? What does that sound? And look
He's
up
like,
and just look off
I'm
into nowhere.
flying.
Did she catch him from behind?
The question is, does she kick him in the front of the face or in the back of the head like Rick Dyer would do?
That's my point. Was it coming or going? Did he see it? Did he have that moment of recognition to realize maybe I should have read the signs?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have paid attention.
No, it was just, I finally got my hat.
What if whenever she kicked it off,
before he could put it back on, his head's gone.
he puts it on, and then all of a sudden he's facing forward, so it hits him in the back, and all he sees is going forward. And you're like, I'm flying. It's shit.
Yeah,
he just keeps turning.
Yeah, because because you know
brain death, right?
It takes like
the
7
light.
minutes.
As the head comes to a stop, the light goes out of the eyes.
That's terrible.
Yeah, because it takes 7 minutes.
It's an ending to a movie, Jacob.
Is it?
It's going to be.
Not an actual movie, but he's saying
from Monk or Zoolander.
He's saying picture it as a movie. Picture it that way. Yeah, no. Because it takes, 7 minutes? Isn't it 7 minutes?
I think so.
For the brain to die?
Maybe.
Once you're
It's like the
Terminator.
worst 7 minutes of your life.
Terminator needs his hat back so he can go back to time.
Skynet is online.
I need your clothes,
Where
I
are
need your
the
hats,
hats?
and I need your hat.
There are the hats. They're on aisle 2. Thank you.
So, yeah, no, I think...
That was a Transformers. Transformer noise. Optimus Terminator. Terminator Prime.
Terminator Prime.
The Prime 1000.
Sky Megatron. Skynet. Sky. Anyways. That was...
Skybertron.
Sky...
Skybertron.
That could work.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
We need to make our own Transformers, but call them like
Not Transformers.
Oh no,
one of the morphers.
No. There's
Vehicle
machine
changers.
morphers.
there's a company that makes crappy knockoff films.
Uh-huh.
That anytime a movie's going to come out, you can go to like a video store or whatever. Back when
Oh,
they had
like
video
when
stores.
Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter, came out. They had one where he was like killing zombies.
Yeah,
like
it was Zombie
killer.
Hunter. It was
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln Zombie Hunter.
Yeah.
Wait, so they had Lincoln, and then they had Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
but
And then they had a zombie one.
well, when they first mentioned that they were going to make Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, when they first brought it out and it went into production, this other company decided to run in and make money off of it. So they made Abraham Lincoln Zombie Hunter,
Like really low budget.
and it's
Just-
super low budget.
It's like trying to cut out.
Is it better than Vampire Hunter? Because that was an awful movie.
It was the other one was super awful. But the same company did the same thing when they came out with Transformers, and they have a movie out called Transmorphers,
Transmorphers.
and it is
That's awesome.
really bad.
I hear
Who
the
plays
fun.
Who plays Shia LaBeouf?
the funny thing. Shia LaBeouf. It's crazy.
He was on the wrong set. How did they get the script? I thought I was on the right set.
Yeah, but there's.
I hear they're making a sequel though to the Vampire Hunter.
I'm sorry.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh, that movie was
It's going to be
awful.
called Rick Dyer Bigfoot Hunter, and it's probably supposed to be in theaters next year.
Is that a joke or is that
That's
real?
a joke,
Because I
yeah.
can believe that might be real.
Judging by the dead air after that, I'm going to say it. Just didn't get that one. And then the other
No,
other company's going to try to undercut him, and it's going to be Rick Dyer Sasquatch Killer. So
We'll
see.
Yeah.
No, you got to go for alliteration. Sasquatch Slayer.
that sounds like a fun arcade game in the '90s. Sasquatch Killer. Yes.
The
Damn it.
Abominable Dyer.
Oops.
Yeah, no.
Oh, come on.
No.
I wouldn't watch it, but I would
I
laugh
would
at
watch it.
I'd laugh at its existence. No, all you gotta do is watch his fucking YouTube video where he's explaining it. It's fucking
What?
terrible.
He has one out?
Yeah, you haven't watched it?
No.
He's like
You
detailed.
telling me this is the first I've heard about
Nice.
him killing
Yeah,
a Bigfoot.
He had a detailed video
Or
about it.
the Bigfoot.
and he claims it's the only one.
No, he said there were several. There were several, but there was only they were getting
He
away.
killed one out of a pack.
There was a pack.
The pack didn't
He shot the slow baby. He shot the slow baby in the back.
He shot the sickly
goddamn
old
Rick
one.
Dyer. Oh, he shot the old one. No,
The old one is asthmatic. Had a walker.
Squatched hard.
Grandpa Squatch.
Run, Grandpa, run! Our sacrifice reserved for the clan.
My trick knee. My trick knee.
Oh God, Rick Dyer, you murderer!
You killed old Sasquatch. My thing is, why are they always alone whenever they encounter these so-called cryptozoological creatures? It's always one guy on his porch going, "I seen it. He's right about here." And whenever he left, he was right about there.
Because they're delusional. They don't have anybody else there to keep them sane, so they start seeing things.
Did they ever like look inside their house and see all the empty cases of Natty Light just laying around?
Oh
everywhere?
God!
After about a case or two, I'm pretty sure I'm going to see a Bigfoot
Look,
too.
I saw-
shoot my neighbor.
I saw a dragon once.
You did?
I saw a dragon once. Yes.
Were you on heroin?
No, I was on shrooms.
Chasing the dragon.
I was on shrooms, and it was a shadow.
Okay.
At first, I thought it was a dog growling at me. Then I got closer, and it looked like a dragon. And then I realized
it had scales.
Then I realized, well, it started to move. It seemed like it moved like a dragon. And then I realized it was just the shadow of the tree in the moonlight. So I decided to go
shooting fire.
And then a homeless guy came out and stabbed him and stole his money.
I decided to go for a walk.
And it was him that was growling at him.
Oh, speaking of
I decided to go
stabbing
for a walk. My
homeless
friends got mad at me. They came and got me because apparently I was walking and waving at cops and stuff. Tripping on shrooms. They're like, you can't do that. They know you're high. Really? Apparently not.
Was it like in the 20s? We're like, well, hello, officer.
No, I just wave at them when they drove by. Just being
Catch any
polite.
truants today?
It's not like
Well, I mean,
The wave turned into a whole body thing.
What am I going to do?
It looks like one of those wacky waving.
a two-hand wave.
It's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to turn away from them? I mean, immediately make them
Like a
think
rain
something's
dance.
wrong. If you turn away and make they're going to think something's wrong. So so just be friendly.
Be flamboyant.
Oh,
Hey!
You turn in a bar.
Get in the car. Come on, this is not going to work. You immediately dive into a dumpster where they can see like a visually
and you peek over the edge. Just the eye.
What the hell's wrong with this guy?
The second time I played the game Doom, it was that same night.
Oh wow!
And I was horrible.
That's an awful movie to watch. Well,
the
game.
I was playing the game.
I mean, yeah, that's sort of.
But see, the problem was I was in the bottom left.
We play
corner.
movies all the time. It's okay.
I was in the bottom left corner, but I thought I was in the top right. So I thought I was amazing. I thought I was kicking ass and having a great time. Apparently, I was running into the wall, blowing myself up the entire time. I would launch rockets and just explode, just boom.
Very nice.
It was fantastic.
You thought you were awesome.
I thought I was awesome until I was proven otherwise.
Dude, how many times does that ever happen in a game? Like, I remember Mario Kart, like 64.
Oh, Lord.
That would be all the time. It was like, I'm so awesome. It's like, oh, that's the computer. Okay, well, I guess I'm not that great.
You're spinning around in the dirt.
When I worked at Blockbuster, we had this family that come in, and they were low budget. Let's say that. Okay, they were on the poor side.
They were poor.
That's what you're trying to say, poor.
They were poor. There was a. I don't know. It was.
Look at him trying to be all Mr. PC.
I'm trying to be PC.
It's
yeah.
like Hive.
I'm trying to be personal computer.
So,
My PC was the normal processor.
you better be a Mac.
But the girl would come in. The girl would come in, and she would always ask.
Poor.
She would ask if we had Mario Peg, and I was like, Mario Peg. Yeah, I was like, what is Mario Peg? And she was like,
Is that like a Mario?
Peg.
Is that a Mario version of that little game you play at Cracker Barrel waiting for your food?
And slap the weasels.
And it said, I kept asking her, I was like, are you talking about Mario RPG? And I heard there was, Mario RPG coming out, blah, 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 blah. Is that what you're talking about? No, it's Mario Peg, Mario Peg, Mario Peg. And she was so just, Mario Peg. And I would go, no. And she would follow it up with, G! And then run off. I don't know if there was something mentally disabled.
Did she do a weird facial expression?
But mentally
Yeah,
disabled
that's
there.
I can say it.
Well, to retard means to slow, so she might have had a slowing of the learning.
It's a technical term, but I still have the right
Try
to
to say that
it.
to him.
It's a technical term.
No, it's okay. I can say retard. It's a technical term.
I have
It's okay.
family that's retarded, so I can
So
say
that
it.
makes
I
you
have
say
family
okay.
who was-
Yeah, it's okay. It's like being black and using the N-word, or being white and calling yourself a honky. You can say
I had an uncle that had Down syndrome, and they said he wasn't going to live past 18, but he survived till he was almost 50 before he finally passed away. I think
Wow.
Yeah.
that's okay. That's a long.
That's okay.
That's a
That's-
long time.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
But
That's fine.
he didn't want to. He decided he didn't want to watch. He liked wrestling. He would watch wrestling, but he did not like watching movies with me. He didn't want.
Well, I
Because
can
Jason would flip on the weird stuff.
I can understand
No,
that. I don't
we-
like
we
watching
were-
movies with you either.
We watched.
He's always like, dude, look at her boobies. dude.
Did you make him watch The Thing?
no.
Like you did those children?
Those
That
poor
was
children.
amazing.
That was a funny story.
We were watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and you remember, was it Large Marge when her face went,
Oh yeah,
all scared?
That is pretty
that was
trippy.
crazy.
That he saw that part, and that was that. He never wanted to watch another movie with me. He said that
Because it
movie-
was your fault.
that movie scared him, and And it wasn't
Well, it's probably good that it wasn't.
It's your fault that her face made that expression.
It's probably better. It's probably better her face doing that than him watching a husky's face just split in half.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. The thing.
You should have made him watch the thing.
Well, it wasn't.
You don't want
That was your next in
damaging.
line, but you made
We were
the
doing
mistake
the
of
marathon. I made the popcorn.
John Carpenter marathon.
We went from Pee Wee's Big Adventure to the thing.
I just forgot to chain up Sloth. That's all. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. That was bad.
How do you go from The Thing and all that quality to making a vampire movie in Mexico with George Clooney in it? Or no, what's that? No, Bon Jovi.
What?
No,
Bon Jovi.
He didn't. Did he do that one? He didn't do that.
John
one.
Carpenter did a Bon Jovi movie
No.
with vampires.
That was Vampires 2 had Bon Jovi in it, but I don't think he actually did that.
You sure?
I think it was John Carpenter, because the first one was John Carpenter's Vampires, and then somebody made a sequel of it with Bon Jovi. So it was still John Carpenter's Vampires, but 2.
But he did make a movie with a
okay.
rock star. It was Prince of Darkness, I believe. With
There was a
Cooper was in
vampire
that.
movie with George Clooney in Mexico.
Yeah, there
That
was.
was
I can't
Dust Till
remember what it
Dawn.
was called.
From Dust Till Dawn.
Dust Till Dawn, okay.
They had Quentin
That was
Tarantino in it.
yeah.
Wasn't it? It was
Yeah. And
Was that directed by Tarantino?
no, it
No,
was
it was,
directed by
come on,
Grindhouse guy,
Guillermo.
right?
you got it. Come on.
What?
I can't remember.
What was that sound?
Yeah, that was a weird sound. I don't like that sound. Made a deep sound.
Who cares?
Are we gonna
Guillermo del Toro.
No.
No, Robert Rodriguez, right then.
Yeah, that was it. I knew it had something to
I
do
was
with
close.
But
It's like
You were.
it's like a Latino name.
and that was
It kind of sounded Spanish.
that was
Mario Lopez. That was the guy.
I had seen
That's racist, Jacob.
I had seen Desperado beforehand, but that was the movie from Dust Till
With
Dawn. was the movie-
Banderas. Desperado.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But From Dust Till Dawn was the one that sold me and was the reason I will forever be in lust with Salma Hayek.
Oh,
That was-
Okay.
Oh
She was the vampire queen or whatever.
yeah, she came out dancing with that
whore.
snake, with a snake on her, and I was just, oh my god, ugh.
I remember that movie.
And the worst part was the first time I watched, I rented that movie. I'm watching it,
Just
and
watching
my
his
my mom comes in and she sits down to watch it with me.
Oh, I
and of
guessed
course,
it.
Salma Hayek's dancing, and I'm starting to get chub, and I'm like,
So what's
shit,
worse,
my mom's in the
This
room.
is
My
weird.
mom's
What's
in the
worse
room.
than watching porn with a bunch of guys watching a
He's
movie
watching
with
with
your
his
mom?
I'm shifting, I'm crossing my leg, I'm trying to,
She's like, "Oh, it's all right, honey."
just,
It's okay. You don't have to hide it with the jacket.
just,
You had a dad.
I grabbed my folder, like,
Ah!
I grabbed a folder, started drawing or whatever, just to keep it on my lap.
Drawing semi.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Why doesn't she have a face, dear? 'Cause that's not what I'm focusing on.
Wow.
Exactly. So,
Yep.
I'll tell you what. We need to come up with a sign off.
yeah, we do.
Should we pull Looney Tunes and be like, that's all?
Well, folks, it's been another exciting night with the three assholes.
Well, thanks for listening in. Well, do me a favor and close the door when you leave.
So, we've tried real hard, We tried to do a good thing here, Make you guys laugh and, maybe teach you something you haven't learned yet. But if you didn't learn nothing, then, we I don't care. So, we're going to go and, eat some pickles and ice cream.
Fried
Pickles and ice cream. We're all pregnant. That's it. We're gonna eat pregnant people food.
Don't I got some dirt? Some blue algae.
It's like a really specific craving.
Shut up.
Blue algae.
Don't give me that green shit.
Single-celled only.
I'll throw that right back in your fucking face.
In one of those plastic cups. It's got to be a plastic cup.
A red Solo cup. Just like the song. Anyways, for a sign off, I was more thinking like something shorter than just.
It turns into banter in 40s America, New York speak.
What are you talking about?
Listen.
I don't understand.
40s New York.
That's not. Oh,
Yeah, see? I have to learn something. Yeah. I sound like the penguin. Yeah.
Well, kids,
Yeah, no, let's not use that voice.
we've had a fun time today.
You're getting into Pee Wee Herman territory. Oh, God.
La la la. What did you learn today, kids?
I learned how to put my penis in a dog. Oh, God. That's awful.
But we did learn that because you'll get arrested and people will come to your establishment and call you out in front of your friends. So yeah, I think we've all shown that we're terrible people.
Yeah.
And if there's a next time, then we'll prove it yet again.
Next time.
Next time on
Next
the podcast with the three assholes.
It's an hour and 40 minutes.
What the hell are we going to name this thing anyway? We never got around to it.
We should discuss that as well.
I like the three assholes.
I still
It has to
like
have a
Our
V.
logo is a 3, then an upside down 3, so it looks like an S.
That's awesome.
Apostrophe S.
Oh, well.
I still
Awesome.
like passing the stone, but that's just me.
Passing the stone?
Yeah.
Passing stones or passing the stone?
Passing the stone or passing the stone or whatever. Just, like a kidney stone. Just pissing that out hurts.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Just like making this show, it hurts.
He told me about that name, and I don't know. It just didn't seem to like ring.
Well, that's fine.
with me.
And that's fine. That was, I'm gonna like my own option though. Like everybody, it's like you like your own brand of fart. It's like, all right,
It's hot shelf.
let it marinate.
No,
Let it
marinate. Lock the windows. Just like mustard gas. It's like a concentration camp in your car.
My dad used to do that shit. He'd lock the windows and be like, yeah,
Your
what's
dad
up?
would persecute the Jews in your car.
Yes, Tyson. My dad was... We all have secrets. But I mean, like, I sign off as in, like, I don't know. What's his name? Wow. Every time I look at you, I forget things. That's probably not good.
Just look at me.
Alright. That's not helping.
McFoley.
Do
Not
the
McFoley.
Zoolander.
I think I have the black lung.
What?
I missed
That was
That was from Zoolander.
Zoolander.
Oh,
We went down to the
okay.
coal mine one night.
I love how he cleaned
Damn, I need to
himself off.
rewatch that movie.
He cleaned himself off with nothing but cotton balls.
What is this? A school for ants?
They've got a picture online of his face, and it's a really small picture, and it says, "What is this? A picture for ants?"
Nice.
You can barely fucking read it.
Nice.
Well, live from Pebble Beach, this has been the Three Assholes signing off.
Live from Pebble.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.